Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Soulmate Experience. I'm going to be doing your reading for from April 1st to the 15th. I'm doing this for Virgo. I'm redoing your reading, so this is I guess you guys are gonna get two readings, you and Taurus, because previously I did the reading on for Virgo and Taurus, but I did it on my iPad because I had a problem with my laptop. I explained that on the video. And apparently some of you aren't getting the volume isn't working well for some of you. So I'm going to redo the reading for Virgo and Taurus, and I'm a Virgo, perfectionism type mentality, perfectionist mentality. Give me a second, let me get my other deck of cards. I have this one right here. I just got some new cards. I mean, it's the same card deck that I've been using for a while now, but I did get newer, just a little bit more light. I did get a newer deck. Give me a second, let me get the other deck that I need for the readings, please. I'm just going to take this as well, even though I don't really need it. I'm going to take this one as well. I might need it for another group of people. I might decide to change it up to use a different for others, I guess. Anyways, let's get started. This is the reading for Virgo. If you want a private reading, check the description box down below. Also, I have someone that sent me money, but they're reading. They have not sent me an email. They have not sent me anything. I don't know who it is. So please, if you sent me money for a reading and you did not contact me, via email, like the steps are asking you to do for every, I have the steps listed under every video. Please send me an email so I know who you are. Send me the backstory or whatever else it is that I asked for, in the description box. So if you send me if your reading is more than 5 days late, then that means you're probably the person that I did not get to. Please contact me and let me know what's going on. Okay, let's see. And also your 3 questions, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. This is for Virgo. Okay. Actually, no. Virgo, May, what date am I reading for? May 1st to the 15th. Virgo, Lord, Angel, Spirit, guys, May 1st to the 15th. Okay. Wedding, and earlier we had honeymoon. Love yourself first, and worth waiting for. Now let me pull a few more. Overall energy is finances and careers. Okay, checks and balances, wedding, checks and balances, love yourself first. Checks and balances, finances and career. So that's energy of worth. Could also be the 9 of Pentacles. So that's an energy of something worthy, worthwhile. That's Pentacles energy with the finances and careers. So it could have more actually, because I don't always read the cards as verbatim, what is written on them. I get the energy that I'm feeling from the cards, and I navigate it accordingly. So even if I see finance and career, I don't necessarily always think of like a job. I could think of it as something that's worthwhile or worthy. I think of it as Pentacles energy and how you might be looking at yourself. But let's see. Wedding, love yourself first and worth waiting for. Strength, Leo, Page of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. The 3 of Pentacles, Strength, Page of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Worth waiting for a shift. Wedding with the Strength, love yourself first with the Page of Pentacles. The Fool, 2 major arcanas lined up. The Page of Swords, 2 pages. And the 5 of Cups. And the Judgment. Okay, some of you are going to be getting back with someone. I know. I always say I don't like being one of those people that gives that message. Oh my God, the person is coming back. You love her. you guys are gonna go together and make beautiful babies and have smutty sex. You know, I don't usually like being the person that gives them. Well, not that I don't like it, but it's usually I've gone to that point where I guess I used to be one of those people that was obsessed with tarot, and that would be such a frequent message that now when I hear it, I just roll my eyes. But but I don't really watch tarot anymore, and I don't really focus on that anymore. But now, even instinctively, when I watch it, I just roll my eyes. Let's see. The Page of Cups. Oh, the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the Five of Wands. A lot of conflict between you and this person. There was an imbalance in give and receive as far as the relationship is concerned. There's a potential. Some of you are about to get back with someone. Is going to lead. There's a very high potential of it leading to marriage. Pay close attention to whoever is getting back to you at this period in time, or period in time. Pay close attention to whoever is getting back to you, like in the sense of it's someone you dated before, they might be coming back. For others of you, you're needing to let go of a past situation, so that you can change your energy where you are. You're needing to let go of a past. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a plane flying overhead and it's being really loud. But you're needing to let go of a past situation and a past perspective on self. Because I'm looking at this with the wedding, the strength, the fool, and the Knight of Cups. It's like there's a need to leave a situation so that you can progress in your love life, because it's one of those kind of heart chakra blockage type of situations. But what I'm getting strongly, or very strongly, or strongest, is that you're going to be getting some kind of an apology from the ex. You're going to be getting some kind of apology from the ex. And there's a need for accountability, and I feel like they're going to take accountability in the miscommunication, because I feel like the relationship broke down because there was just a lot of pettiness and a lot of petty fights. There could have also been too many people in the playing field, but I'm getting more petty fights. I'm looking at this Five of Cups, and I've always said this, that this Five of Cups in this deck to me represents, if you notice, the person has the two cups in their hand, whereas in most decks, they have the two cups behind them and they're focused on the three cups that are spilled over. But they have two cups in their hand. So to me, it's accountability. They're facing what it was, and they're taking note of what the relationship was for them, what it meant to them, and you're taking accountability also for what happened. And it's not necessarily only for them to take responsibility. You as well might have to take responsibilities for the part that you played in breaking the relationship down. But I'm getting there's still a lot of love between these two people. Let me get something. Let me see what comes under the finance and careers. Forgiving and learning. Okay, I was right. Under the finance and career, forgiving and learning, and under that engagement. So when I'm looking at this, it's giving me a very clear message of availability in love. Now, this is also for you. As you're getting back to this person, I do have to warn you. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I was right. Finance and career, Ace of Pentacles. I was right, and that's why I said it gives me like a pentacle energy. Self-worth, also long-term situations. What is good at investing into finances and careers also gives me an energy of investment. So, anyways, and then with the Ace of Pentacles, so there's definitely a new beginning here. For some of you, it's going to go long-term. Now, I mean, like all the way into marriage. I'm feeling like there's an apology that's necessary to really get these people together, or to get them on the same page. Someone's needing to speak up and apologize, because I feel like you or the cross watcher, whoever it is that's on the fence, is hoarding energy, and they've kind of not released what the issue was in the relationship. They've not released and let go of whatever the pain or the frustration it was that they went through during the relationship. And so that's what where the apology comes in, and it's very necessary. And to you that gets apologized to, it's your job, your duty to release the energy. Now also, but I do have to warn you about this. If you are going to be releasing the energy and you're going to be getting back to this person, now Pay attention to what did not go right the first time and your part that you played. Also see how, because I'm getting, specifically because I'm getting that there was perhaps uh, miscommunication, but I'm getting what is it I'm trying to say? There was perhaps an in alignment. I don't know if that's the word I would choose to use, but that's the word I'm going to use. Perhaps there's an in alignment, an ill alignment between the two of you, where it was like one person was investing more than the other person was, or the other person wasn't meeting up the other person. Now it's your duty to have learned, because remember, that's really what we are learning as we're dating. Everybody, every romantic situation you involve yourselves with should be a lesson. It doesn't always play that way, because a lot of times we rather focus on the hurt. Oh, they did this and they did that, but we don't see the parts that we played. People always say, oh, they did this to me, but what did you do? Okay, they did this a few times, but you still let them do it. So what does that speak to you and about you, and how does that show, how does that reference you in the situation, and how you can show up in relationships, and what you can offer and give in relationships? So what does that say about you? So when I'm looking at this, I'm getting this need to remind you that do not forget what you have learned about yourself. Don't get so cherry-eyed and Cheerio, oh, Cheerios, let's go. And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but, don't get so excited and bamboozled, even though I feel like most of you won't be because you're still salty. But don't get so lost in the newness that you forget that this person, especially if these are behavioral patterns that they have, when you start seeing those behavioral patterns again, or you start seeing the behavioral patterns within yourself, make sure to check them. It's very important for growth that you check yourself and you check the people you're with. That way, as you're moving forward, things that are not acceptable are not acceptable, and you know where they are. Does that, like, where you are with the person, and that's how you grow forward? Does that make sense? Because a lot of times people get lost in the excitement of getting back together, or the passion of it. You've really wanted this person for a long time, blah blah blah, and you get back together, but then you start, your certain behavioral patterns start showing up again, and you keep thinking, okay, well, or you ignore it, and the longer time goes on, the more that builds up, and it becomes an unhealthy cycle. So you definitely want to make sure that you're checking what needs to be checked as you're getting back together. You're noticing their patterns, and you're noticing what they're going through, and you're noticing. It's kind of similar with me, and I talked about this in your last video. I just did a reading for my soulmate, and I actually talked about it in the video that I did, the previous one. I just got back together with my soulmate, and, not back together, but I've been in great communication. We've been having great communication the past God knows how long, like 2 weeks now or so. And I did a reading for them, and we talked for like a few hours. But I noticed the patterns were not gone, and the patterns and certain things that they did, like right after we set the appointment to talk, the day prior, that same, like less than an hour later, they uploaded, they got with someone. I don't know if it was the spirit guides or if it was them. I think it was my spirit guides warning me through them, like manipulating energy, because I was thinking, like, what does this mean, for me and for them in this part that we are in a relationship, or in life right now. We're so far away from each other. I am doing okay. I'm doing actually great. So where does it meet that we're getting, all of a sudden we're back together having these great conversations like we used to, and really deep stuff, because that's how we were. We used to talk about the deepest things, and less than an hour after we set the appointment for the next day, on Monday, today is Thursday, to talk on the Facebook Messenger, they uploaded a picture of the person they're currently dating, and they put it as their Facebook status that dating this person. Now, they've been dating since January, which is something I've been very aware of. So they've been dating until January, but suddenly now they are tagging themselves and they're tagging the person on this post, and then they just uploaded it on their profile, I'm dating this person. So it was kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to put it in my face. And I was like, oh, I see the same patterns. I see the same patterns. So when I went into the reading, I was very aware of what I was getting myself into, and I knew not to get my hopes too high. So for those of you that need to ask your spirit guides or ask for spiritual help, please do so. If you feel like you need to release this energy that way, please do so. But definitely pay attention to the red flags, so to speak. I don't feel like they're coming with any intention other than to be loving towards you, but and again, I'm feeling like there's a huge shift and transmutation in energy that could very well lead to marriage. But it's telling you and it's reinforcing to you that do not forget where you started with this person. I've always said this about the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a beautiful energy and she's a loving energy. But the Queen of Cups has this tendency to become self-sacrificing in love. She's a Disney fairy tale, princess, queen. She's the one that loves and is in love with love. She's in love with love. Like she's in love with her feelings and her emotions. But if you'll notice in this deck, she has her hands over her cup. And this is the very first time I've ever noticed this. I've seen this card a million times, but for some reason, when I'm holding it to the camera, that's what is highlighting itself to me. Sorry about the glare, but that's what is highlighting itself to me, that she's covering the cup with her hand. Like almost like you don't get access to what is in my cup. Does that make sense? You don't get access to what is in my cup. So she's protective of her heart and her emotions. And she still has a lot of water around her. She's still very open and willing to love. But she understands now, and that's what you should have understood during this, some of you soulmate cycles, some of you just relationships. You should be understanding now of love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Do not forget why you broke up. Do not forget what led to the breakup, whether it was your fault or their fault, whoever's fault, but do not forget the lesson you learned about yourself during that breakup, during that time apart. That's not saying go into the relationship with fear, but that's saying know how to assess the situation and notice the patterns that are being shown to you, this person's behavioral patterns, and know whether or not they have changed or they've not changed, or where they are in their energy and in their sphere and their mindset. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe. Of course, if you want a private, and also follow me on Instant Go. I have my cheapest prices right now on Instant Go, so follow me on Instant Go. I have some specials available. I've had, I think, about 3 or 4 readings from them. But for some reason, people are booking the traditional way, but you can actually get me a little bit cheaper on Instant Go, like $10 cheaper or so. So follow me on Instant Go and yeah, like, share, subscribe. I think actually it's $20 cheaper because it's 50 something, right? I think it's like $20 cheaper. But anyways, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instant Go. If you want a private reading, check the description box down below. If you want a ritual, check the description box down below. Thank you guys so much. Stay blessed, and I wish you the best. Bye-bye.